Everybody loves it. The classic Italian pasta salad, loaded with all of those crunchy veggies, that classic Italian dressing with the pasta. We're going to make it today. I'll teach you how to do it with your Instant Pot, and if you don't have one, that's fine. I'll tell you how to do it on the stovetop too. What is up, you guys? It is Carly here, and you are officially cooking with Carly. To make this Italian pasta salad, the first thing we're going to do is boil up our pasta. I'm going to do this in the Instant Pot. If you don't have one, it's fine. You can just boil it on the stovetop. We're going to do 3-minute cook time with a 3-minute natural pressure release. That means no big deal. All you have to do is let it sit after the cook time is over. Let it sit for 3 minutes. The timer will actually count up for you until 3 minutes, and then we'll release the pressure. So I'm going to dump this in and put some water in. When cooking pasta in your Instant Pot, it is so important that the liquid is completely covering the pasta. If liquid isn't covering the pasta, it won't cook and you'll end up with crunchy pasta. So just cover your pasta with water, and then we're going to add some salt to the water and reach for the lid. And we're going to cook this. So like we talked about earlier, 3 minutes high pressure, 3-minute natural pressure release. I can't do that way. To pressure cook, I'm going to press manual and then use these plus and minus buttons to adjust the cook time. Just a quick note about the buttons on your Instant Pot. Mine has a manual button, but for some reason they decided to switch button names up on us. And if yours doesn't have a manual button, but it has a pressure cook button, it's the exact same thing, different name. I don't know why they changed it up on us. So once we close the lid, we've got our timer set. We need to make sure this knob is pointing to ceiling, and we will just set this Instant Pot aside and let it do its thing. So if you don't have one, have your pasta boiling on the stovetop. All we need is a nice al dente pasta. So we're gonna come over here and prep our veggies now for this pasta salad. We have a bell pepper, red onion. I had these cute little snacking cucumbers. You don't have to use little ones though. Just had them on hand. And then for our cheese, I actually really like to use mozzarella cheese, or these are mozzarella string cheeses. String cheese, because I always have these on hand. I eat them, my kids eat them. No need to buy any extra fancy cheese. Some sliced olives, some grape tomatoes, mini pepperoni. You don't have to grab the minis. I just think they're cute. You can cut up regular sized pepperoni if you want. And then our dressing is just a store-bought Italian dressing. I'm gonna go head back and wash all of my veggies really fast, and we will get to chopping them. All right, we've got our clean veggies. And because I've got these little cucumbers today, I think I'll probably just cut them in half and then slice them. If you've got a larger cucumber, you can cube them. All you want, final result is a nice bite-sized piece of, veggie, whether it be the cucumber or the tomato. We'll cut those tomatoes in half. Or the cheese. I found like an excessively large bowl to be the easiest way to mix. It's just so hard when you have too small of a bowl, right? So grab a bigger bowl than you think you'll need. So we actually did the math, and this is only like 95 cents a serving to make this pasta salad. So not only is it delicious, we've got fresh veggies in there. We've got, a classic homey taste that everybody loves, and it's even cost effective. So this is a great option for feeding large crowds for sure. And hopefully we'll get some large crowds together soon. Again, nice, just bite-sized pieces. Bell pepper is a flavor that can be overwhelming, so we don't want the pieces too big. We want those other flavors to really be able to shine too. And we're going to use a whole bell pepper But again, if your family doesn't really enjoy bell pepper, you can do a half, whatever your family enjoys. All right, this is gonna go into the bowl. We will slice these tomatoes in half. And you don't have to use the grape tomatoes. If you would rather use, get a Roma tomato and dice it, that's another option. So we're looking for about 5 ounces of these tomatoes here, which is about half of this package. The best way to dice or mince an onion is to cut straight through the core here. And then we're going to leave this part attached and cut off this top portion. And we're going to peel this part off here. So now we're going to cut horizontally this way, but not all the way through. We want to keep this attached here, and then cut vertically this way, and then we'll slice this way. And this is the easiest way to dice an onion, and you will just have uniform pieces. Whoops. And we've got perfectly diced onions. I'm just gonna put in half, and if I need to put in a little bit more, if I feel like it needs a little more later, I can always dice some more and toss it in. So I'm gonna add this to the bowl. Olives going in. So I just drained the olives. It's a 3.8 ounce can. But once I'm done cleaning up my workspace, we're going to cut the string cheese. Oh boy, need bigger hands. Okay, perfect timing here. So I'm just going to cut these just in little slices. I'm not going to lie to you, the cheese is my favorite part of the salad. If you don't have any string cheese on hand, you don't have mozzarella cheese on hand, you can use shredded if you wanted, Parmesan. I love this salad because it is so forgiving. It's easy to customize. Just literally throw what you have in the fridge, throw it into the salad, and it will work great. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that red, what is it? Notification bell. Is that what it's called?
The notification bell isn't red.
Hit the red subscribe button and turn on notifications. Bam! So once the pasta is done, whether it's in your Instant Pot or Instant Pot, I'm talking weird. It is very, very important to take it over to the sink and rinse it with cold water until the pasta is cold. You want to cool that pasta down so it does not get mushy, because nobody likes mushy pasta. That's gross. Whoa. If you don't have little pepperonis, because I'm assuming most people don't just like have those, or if you can't find them at your store, just use regular ones. Going for about 1/2 cup. Because this now says 3, we have had an NPR, or natural pressure release, of 3 minutes, so now it is time to release the pressure. I'm going to do this in a controlled release, so I'm going to open and close until it releases most of the pressure. And the reason I'm doing this is because pasta has the tendency to kind of get bubbly inside and spit a little bit. So if you think about boiling your pasta on the stovetop, you know how it foams up? The same thing's happening inside of your Instant Pot. So if you release it too quickly, sometimes that foam will come out of the top, and yeah, you don't want that. That makes a mess. But if that does start to happen, all you have to do is quickly close it and let it chill out for another 30 seconds or so and give it another try. And you'll know the pressure has fully released when the pin drops. The pin is just this little indicator up here on this side. So the pin dropped, taking the lid off. This is going to be extremely hot, just like that was. And we're going to pour the pasta and water out into a colander strainer of some sort and rinse it with that cold water. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we're just going to move this pasta around in the cold water until it is not warm at all. Now we're going to attempt, oh, the dishwasher's open. Now we are going to attempt to bring the pasta over and pour it into this bowl without, dragging water everywhere across my kitchen. Because that's real life, right? Okay, pasta's in. We're just gonna stir all of this together. We've got a nice mix of veggie, nice ratio, perfect ratio of veggie to pasta to cheese. Maybe there's more cheese in there than the others, but it's fine. And then we're just going to pour over the dressing. And it's important to have extra of this Italian dressing in your fridge, because once this sits in the fridge, overnight or for a couple of hours, the pasta will soak up that dressing. So it's good to have some on hand so the salad doesn't seem dry. Great summer side dish, meal, lunch, whatever you want it to be. It's perfect and so easy and delicious.